Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy KSK Sports here, and I'm here with another video. Y'all see the title. Did Cleveland media forget how bad Deshaun Watson was in 2024? Your boy KSK did not forget. All right, as a Browns fan, I know some of y'all Shador fans and y'all didn't really follow the Browns pre-Shador, but I'm just going to break it down for y'all the 2024 season that the Cleveland Browns had under Deshaun Watson with better talents, and Deshaun being years deep in the NFL, playing worse than what Shador did with less, and Shador being a rookie and him having a coach that really didn't want him. It seems like more of the GM wanted, and Jimmy Haslam, the owner, and Jabari, the GM, of course, they wanted Shador more so than Kevin Stefanski. We all know Dylan Gabriel was Kevin's guy. We all know that. But we're talking about Deshaun and his 2024 season. If you put Shador's numbers and Deshaun's numbers, and you put context to it, you put nuance to it. Shador was a rookie. Shador threw for almost 14, I think Shador threw for 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. All right, 7 starts. All right, so the interceptions, they're not good. There really isn't anything to say to be like to justify the interceptions. The interceptions were bad from Shador. And we all know Nephew going to be better. He's going to fix those issues that he had with interceptions. Some of them wasn't his fault, but some of them, of course, was his fault. I can count about 2 or 3 interceptions that weren't on him. I can count the Jerry Jeudy one that really wasn't on him in the game against the Bears where he throws a dot right there. They're down 21-3. He's trying to bring them back in the game. And Jerry Jeudy does not help his rookie quarterback up at all. He gets another interception on his docket instead of a touchdown. At that point in the game, Shador had thrown 1 interception. If he would have completed that touchdown, it would have been 1-1. And maybe that game goes a little bit different. Maybe the score after that touchdown instead of an interception would have been 21-10 instead of 21-3. And I mean, it went downhill from there. But Shador as a rookie, and you're comparing Deshaun in 2024, I think at that point he would have been 7-8 years deep into his career. I think Deshaun is I think he just turned 30. So Deshaun's been in the league. At that point, it was like 7 years. I think he's entering his 9th year in the NFL. So, I mean, Deshaun has time in. Whereas Shador, if you look at him in his rookie year, people are trying to equate Shador's rookie season. They're trying to equate it to what Deshaun did. It's not the same, okay? When you're 7 years deep like Deshaun Watson was in 2024, and he was one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, you have to wonder, is this guy washed? Is he any good? When you say that Shador, according to the numbers, I don't believe this. I don't believe the EPA. I don't believe the QBR, but it is what it is. I know what I saw from my eyes. I know that Shador Sanders, unequivocally, when he was out there, he played better than what Deshaun Watson played in 2024. He looked better than what Dylan Gabriel said in 2024. I don't care what the QBR and EPA says. The QBR says that Deshaun was better than Shador and that Dylan was better than Shador. But if you go by impact on the team and you go by what other people are telling you, that know the game, they'll tell you, yeah, Shador looked better than Dylan and he looked better than Deshaun did in 2024. So, I mean, that Deshaun, media's trying to hype this guy up as if we didn't see what he did in 2024 with more talent on the field. He had Nick Chubb. He had Amari Cooper to throw to. He still had David Njoku. He had much more talent, and he had talent that's been tried and true. He has talent that veteran talent. Shador had talent on the team, but it was mostly rookie talent on the team with no experience in the NFL. Then you had Jerry Jeudy, who was trying his best to drop every pass that Shador was trying to throw to him. Especially the one I just mentioned, the one where the ball is perfectly thrown. It goes through Jerry Jeudy's hands. He gets the defender that's guarding him, the Chicago Bear defender. He takes it from him, takes his probably his bike like Debo did Red in Friday. It's like, come on, man, you can't get your bike taken from you, bro. Small bike, man. Small bike, punk. That's pretty much what the defender did to Jerry Jeudy. The defender, Debo, my guy. It just is what it is. Debo red. That's what he did, man. That's what he did. And look, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Those were the numbers from Deshaun. But if you go by the advanced analytics, which I really don't like to use, Deshaun was way down on the list of advanced analytics. I don't even need to look at the advanced analytics. I saw it with my own 2 eyes as a Browns fan in 2024. We saw that Deshaun was skipping passes to players. He was very inaccurate. He was gun shy back there. It looked like he quit in the Washington Commanders game we started. It looked like it was turning the page a little bit. Then he goes and rips his Achilles in that game 7. I think it was against the Cincinnati Bengals in that game. It doesn't matter. All right. I've seen enough of Deshaun Watson that, I mean, we're going to be going back. We're going to be regressing with Deshaun Watson. And plus, the off-the-field stuff really turns me off. And it turns off a lot of y'all. Y'all have expressed to me in the comments that Deshaun Watson turns off. And for me, I'm going to expound upon that. I think that Deshaun Watson is a terrible representation of the city of Cleveland. And I don't know why media is trying so hard to push Deshaun Watson as the face and the quarterback one of the Cleveland Browns. Why are y'all trying to push so hard for him? Do y'all hate Shedeur Sanders that much? Y'all would rather have a guy that has 30 SA allegations? Y'all would rather push and project him ahead of Shedeur Sanders? That's how much y'all hate Shedeur Sanders? That y'all backing a dude that allegedly SA'd a bunch of women? I mean, y'all, people in this country kill me. They're like, well, he wasn't, you know what, he wasn't arrested, so I guess he didn't do it. It's like, man, there's more nuance and there's layers to it. My guy did something. He admitted guilt because he made payments. That's an admission of guilt. Just because you don't get arrested, just because you don't go to a trial, just because you're not rendered a sentence does not mean that you aren't guilty of what people are accusing you of. Rich men are able to get away with a lot of nefarious things in our society. We know this because we have a White House full of SA guys that are in there, and they are low character guys, just like Deshaun Watson is. Y'all don't have to like what I'm saying. Shedeur is a high character guy. He's somebody that you will want front and center for your franchise. I just don't get the blowback from some national media members, especially some Cleveland media members. I mean, y'all, he's the same media that they was dogging Deshaun, and now they're on his side. It's just weirdo energy, man. Y'all was trashing Deshaun. Now it's Shedeur that y'all really don't like, and now y'all doubling back on Deshaun. What are we doing here, Cleveland media? What are we doing? I mean, Mary Kay Gavin talking about, Deshaun has the lead. Deshaun has the lead after 3 practices. 1 that y'all saw in person. I mean, what are we doing here? Can we just say that, hey, it's a neck and neck race? I really don't know who is in the lead right now, but this is my opinion on who is in the lead. Instead of saying, oh yeah, Deshaun Watson is in the lead, based on what evidence? Based on what evidence, Mary Kay? 1 practice where the media was able to see the practice, and Deshaun threw it 15 times, and Shedeur threw it 16 times. They both completed 10 passes. According to the ESPN Cleveland tracker. What are we talking about here, man? We're going to get a clearer picture when OTA start Tuesday on the, I'm not sure I'm going to release this Tuesday the 19th. I'm not sure if we're going to release this Tuesday or Wednesday, but by the time this comes out, the Browns might have had some OTAs and we will have new information. Organized team activities, that's OTA. That's what OTA stands for. But back to my main point. Making the main thing. Landing this plane home like I do at the end of these videos. Media, come on, man. What are we doing? Did y'all forget about Deshaun's 2024 season? Had Nick Chubb. I mean, he got hurt early in the year. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Cleveland media. Y'all forgot about 2024? I ain't forget about 2024. Deshaun looked terrible in 2024. And Cleveland media, At least some of the Cleveland media members were telling y'all that Deshaun was terrible in 2024. Zach Jackson, who, I mean, some of his stuff I subscribe to, but he's been kind of wishy-washy about Shador, so you gotta kind of watch him. Sometimes he be saying stuff that makes sense. Sometimes he'd be like, yo. But he was right about that, though. He was right about Deshaun being trashed in preseason and them still going with Deshaun going forward. I mean, this just lets you know that Kevin Stefanski is a terrible evaluator of quarterbacks. You had Joe Flacco playing great, and you didn't want to bring him back because he would have made Deshaun feel a certain type of way. Man, bump Deshaun, man. You should have brought Flacco back. He was playing good. You might have had you could have had a real competition between those two, and you could have realized, Deshaun Watson, and then maybe you could have cut ties with him earlier. Now you're stuck floundering with Deshaun Watson. Maybe he could give us something like he did with the Houston Texans. Man, look, Houston Texans, Deshaun is never coming back, man. The dude is 30 years old. At this point, you are what you are. There ain't no reclamation project coming with Deshaun Watson. He was trash on the field in 2024, and since he's been on the field in 2024, he's ruptured his Achilles twice. So, I mean, do y'all really think somebody's going to come back better than they were pre-2 Achilles injuries, and they look like trash the year right before they tore their Achilles, and then they re-ruptured it again? Like, in the rehab process of recovering from the once torn Achilles, he had his boot off. Questionable decision making there. He re-injured it with the boot off. So he twice torn Achilles. But we're supposed to believe that, that guy's the leader in the clubhouse over a guy like Shador, who's a young bull, ready to go, ready to take the bull by the horns and ready to move this train forward with the Cleveland Browns. I just don't subscribe to that. All right, KSK Sports rolling out. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, follow your boy. Subscribe to the channel. All right, man, rolling out. Peace.